Hi everyone, it's Lucy. And today's kind of a funky fun day because I get to just try on some princess dresses. This video is in collaboration with and sponsored by jjshouse, who got in touch with me asking if I would like to do a little expectation versus reality of some of their prom formal dresses. So we're gonna do a little bit of a try on haul today, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of showcase a sort of variety of different styles and vibes and compare to how they look on the website versus how they look in real life. For those of you who don't know, jjshouse is an online website that have a bunch of different formal and prom dresses, no matter what your style or taste is. They have so many in a huge variety of colors, as well as the ability for you to get it custom made to your measurements. I do also have a coupon code for you, so if at any point during this video you see a dress and you're like, wow, wow, wah, then you can use the code Lucy2023 to get 10% off your order. Also, just up front, little disclaimer, obviously I'm going to be trying on all of these gorgeous dresses for the purpose of this video. However, I am simply one rat woman and do not have a need for all of these gorgeous dresses. So while I will be trying them on and styling them up and showing them to you, I do have a local organization locked in who I will be donating these dresses to after the video, so that these gorgeous gowns can go to some people who really deserve them and who can give them time to shine outside of my bedroom. So let's take a look at the first dress I picked out. Here it is. So this one I just thought looked so whimsical, so princessy. It's a super pretty like lavender wisteria-y color. It's giving Last Unicorn Barbie princess ball gown. And I really love the kind of handkerchief ruffle hemline detail as well. It just, I don't know, I don't see that a lot in formal dresses. It's just a cute detail that makes it like a little bit different, and it retails at $158 US. The only thing that makes me nervous about this dress and like a lot of formal wear is like the strap back situation. Like, I'm a gal who just really enjoys having a bit of support going on. I have very, I just have like a very soft, pliable flesh situation. So if we don't have structure, things can go a little bit like abstract, a little bit artistic. And this dress looks cute, so I'm just hoping like the structure will be able to like do what needs to be done. Look, I mean, maybe it's just been a hot minute since I've been in a ball gown, but like, I don't know if it like suits me or not, but I really like it. Also, regarding my filming setup, it's a little bit hard to get full length shots, but don't worry, I do have them for you. I will put them right over here. Like, the silhouette and like the ball gown of it all definitely gives it the drama, but it's also kind of like sweet and like pretty and very like, I don't know, ingenue kind of vibe. Like, it's definitely giving modern princess. Because so often when I see these ball gown looks, I feel like they just give like a very like old school kind of feel, you know, where they're like super princessy and over the top. But this with like the V-neck kind of dealio. And again, the like asymmetric like petal handkerchief hem. I'm kind of feeling it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of feeling it. And like, honestly, with this styling, I do feel like simple is kind of better. But even like a tiny little like chain necklace like this one with like a little butterfly on it, just like something really subtle. And again, I also feel like a very like relatively casual or like not over the top hair look would do well. Just like a yassified version of what your normal hair looks like. Because that's what this is, because I'll be real, it does not look this kind of coiffed every day. I do have a slight criticism though, that like in terms of expectation versus reality, there are certain things that like you just kind of forget about when you see things online. And this dress has this gorgeous like lace-up back detail, which is very pretty, very princessy and all that. However, the dress does not come pre-laced up, which is fine. But if you're not blessed with amazing coordination, which I don't know if you can tell, I'm definitely not. I was like all ready to like get into it, and then I realized I had to like kind of poke each little individual bit of the ribbon through all the holes, which is like totally fine. But obviously I assume most people who would get this dress are wearing it for some type of event. So when you're like trying it on and testing it out before the event, just make sure to like lace the ribbons up in advance. I mean, I'm kind of being dramatic, it's literally just like a shoelace style 8-hole situation. But just like a word of advice to those who are like, you know, fiddly things challenged. But yeah, that is this dress. I wasn't expecting it to be such a strong start, because I'm like really liking this. Like, I'm about to be obnoxious for the rest of the day because the princess vibes in this are just so impeccable. Oh, also I was halfway through taking this off for the next dress, but I have to mention that in terms of support, it's actually really good. It's like a molded cup, so don't worry about that if that's something you're concerned about. They're feeling supported and they're feeling secure. Me doing this with a laptop is giving like the cover of like a Disney Channel original movie. Like, so going from like big ball gown, pretty princess vibes. The next one is a short prom slash formal dress, however you address it in the place where you're from. It's a little bit more sleek, it's a little bit more minimal and modern, but it's also still extra because I picked it. And can I just say, I personally am a really big advocate for shorter formal prom occasion dresses because I feel like they have a lot of versatility unless you're like already going to a lot of like black tie events. Anyway, this dress retails for $105 US. It kind of gives like swan princess vibes. And I've also seen a lot of feathery occasion wear kind of out and about from designer brands that are like thousands of dollars. Like they're cool, but they're also thousands of dollars. And also the way it looks on this model is kind of giving like Daphne Bridgerton energy, which I'm kind of into. So let's see how this looks. Okay, it's giving Emma Frost from X-Men, but with brown hair. Or like Odette from any iteration of Swan Lake, but with brown hair. It's giving soft girl, it's giving angel. I love the feathers. I feel like a lot of the time when you see kind of occasion wear and like feathers online, they give chicken, they give party city, and these are definitely more of those like premium luxe, like floaty kind of feathers, which is what I was hoping to see, was what the picture was giving. So I'm glad it is what it is like actually giving. And again, like a lot of occasion wear, this is a dress where I was like, what is the support situation going to be? But there is like kind of a molding slash like inbuilt cup situation going on. For my preferences, I could do with a little bit more, but considering it's not really like a boning style under bust corset dress, and with the neckline and the feathers, it's sort of like much of a muchness. And actually with these like little sleeves here, there's like a little clear kind of, I don't know if you can see. I'll just do like a little sensual shoulder shimmy for you. Can you kind of see? And they're not long enough to go over your actual shoulders, they're just built into the dress. But yeah, it's actually just a little bit of elastic that goes kind of in the sleeve to sort of stop them from falling down, so they just kind of sit there. I will say, expected in any kind of dress like this, mobility a little bit limited. But yeah, if you're kind of like a woo, like arms up party kind of person, or if it's just that kind of occasion, we can't get a lot higher than that. But if you're kind of doing like a cute little cocktail evening or something like that, where you're just being like really mysterious in the way that mysterious people like never move their arms up from there, then you're sorted. Another thing I want to say is that a lot of the time when you look on a website and see a white bodycon dress like this, you're like, is it going to be see-through? I don't think it's see-through, but it is just very much bodycon. Potentially you might want to size up in this, but otherwise you just want to wear really, really seamless thin undergarments. And actually this is double lined. Like when I was putting it on, I didn't realize, but the fabric kind of like loops back underneath, so it is opaque, at least in my opinion. But I am wearing what I would describe as like very seamless kind of low profile undergarments, and you can still kind of just see like the seams of them. So either like the most seamless kind of nothingness or like actual nothingness is probably required. The only other thing is that because it's like double lined and it's a little bit thick, I feel like it kind of just bubbles out a little bit at the hem. But we do also have like a little split at the back, so we can actually get some mobility and like walking kind of vibes in. And actually just looking in the mirror now, I thought the bubbling was a little bit more noticeable when I put it on, but as I've been kind of like walking around doing little bits of filming, it seems like it's settled more and it's not as obvious. So if you're wanting to take some photos, I would recommend putting this on, doing a couple of laps, and then you're probably ready. Which, considering we're already like a little bit restricted here, it's nice to have like mostly like freedom of movement here. Let's try it with the hair up. Ooh, okay. And then you could go full like angel, regency, royal princess core with like a little pearl choker. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty cute. Okay, so this next one is really different for me. It's actually more of this more minimal classic dress in this gorgeous burgundy color. I actually asked my really good friend Erin to pick this out. By the way, if you're into bullet journaling or art at all, go check out Erin's channel. She's like so talented, she's the best. But when I was planning for this video and thinking about like occasion wear and formal wear, I was like, hey, Erin's going to a wedding soon. And like I said, as much as I love gorgeous gowns, I do not need to own this many gorgeous gowns. So I asked her to pick one out that she would kind of vibe for an occasion. And she picked out this one, which is so her. She has excellent taste. This one retails for $61 US. So in terms of occasion wear in general, I feel like this is kind of a steal. And it's also fun because it's kind of different to what I would typically pick out. But I do think it's really gorgeous and like classic and elegant. So let's see how it looks in person. Hello. Did I not say Erin has taste? Because Erin has taste. This is like so classic, romantic, stunning. And you put it on and it has all these really cute, like little flirty details. Like this little like drapey shoulder. So when you're kind of like moving around, it kind of gives like little flashes of shoulder. And you're like walking and you're walking forward, and then there's like a little split here. Ooh, it's giving like the most beautiful version of like the dancing woman emoji. Is that what it looks like? It's like, I'm not a talented dancer, as you can tell by whatever that motion was. I did a little half up, half down moment because I feel like this dress necessitated it. And this isn't a neckline that I normally go for, but I really like it in this silhouette. Like, as I say, I do feel often like a bit of a rat woman, but in this dress I just feel like a woman, you know, with a capital whew, a woman. And this little belt detail here, you can kind of just cinch it in as much as you're comfortable to. I don't know, it's very like easy breezy, and I have to say so far this is the most comfortable dress because it is kind of this like fit and flared drapey style. It just feels very comfy. And when it comes to like formal events and like those kinds of occasions, sometimes you get there and then you realize like that you're gonna have to be there for like multiple hours. And this kind of dress is like the perfect dress for those because it's like really comfortable and flowy. You can dance in it, you can eat in it, you can kind of walk around in it. Again, it is quite long and I am wearing heels, so depending on your height, you might need to get it hemmed. But this is just giving like gorgeous, like Grecian Roman goddess, like, oh. And I don't wear like darker colors a lot, but when I do, if I'm gonna do like a darker color, I do like these kind of burgundy colors. I don't really have much in my wardrobe, but like Erin's choice is making me question some things. And again, I feel like this style with like maybe like a little charm bracelet would be super cute. I'm not really a rose gold girly, but like a little like rose gold kind of like little bangle, just like, do you know what I mean? Just something like really simple, minimal. And then like a kind of velvety, like deep vampy lip. I'm so excited for my friend to try this on. Like, I really like it, but just I know how well it's gonna suit her and like she's gonna look amazing. Okay, so this next one is another short one, and I wanted to pick something for my cottagecore fairy foresty girlies. I love a little sage green, like mint green formal wear moment. I just feel like it's kind of unexpected. It's a little bit different to what you normally see. And I saw they had this sage green color on the website, and I was like, I kind of want to try it in that color because some of the ones I've shown you so far, I've picked the color that the dress comes in the picture. But for this one and a couple of the other ones, I was like, let me try it in this color. Like I can see the vision. I thought it just looked really like sweet and floaty, but also still having that flirty element with like the lace up back, which again, I'm a little bit nervous about any kind of backless-y options as it means relying on alternative methods of support. But this one retails for $126 US, and I feel like it could also double as a really extra Tinkerbell costume. So let me put it on. This is so cute. As soon as I put it on, I was like, I need to do like an updo, like a ponytail to kind of feel the like flirty sort of vibe. Plus I feel like with the ponytail, it kind of really lets the back detail shine. But then I realized it's kind of giving like Sailor Jupiter prom vibes. So this one had a very similar lace-up back detailing as the one we tried on before, the purple one. And so I was like bracing myself for like another several minutes of me like playing around with the cord. But for some reason, the material and the shape of the tie, this was like way easy to do up. So like if you're in a predicament where you're like, oh, I would want to wear these things, but I don't have anyone who'd be able to help me like get into them, then this could be a good option because I found this one quite easy to like get into all on my own. So obviously in the pictures, it's definitely more of like this kind of peachy neutral sort of color. And I was sort of nervous that like translated into the green, maybe the applique would still be like the blush color. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure if the whole thing would like translate into another color, but I kind of feel like it did. I kind of feel like it's really gorgeous, like forest fairy, ethereal kind of vibes. And I actually really love that the silhouette isn't like too like princessy party dress. Although obviously if you were into that, you could put like a little petticoat underneath to give it a little bit more, you know, va-va-voom. But it's sort of like, I don't know, a little bit more subtle. I mean, it's a prom dress covered in floral embroidery and sequins, but like, you know, it's like a softer, kind of more gentle silhouette. Again, in terms of support, we do have like a full cup molding situation. So I do feel safe. I feel like I probably could do it up like a little bit tighter if I really wanted to feel like really, really safe, but I currently feel at a comfortable, acceptable level of safe, which would not interrupt my evening. Because of the way you tie it, these little straps here kind of almost become a halter, and I have to say I'm not a big halter gal. Like for me personally, it's not my favorite style, but I just know so many people who like suit and embody in like such a beautiful way, like halter top energy. So even though I don't think it's like my personal best look, I feel like so many people would look so good in this. This dress, I feel like it would look cute with silver, but I just feel like that champagne, like antique gold, like a little glittery bag, or just, you know what I mean? Like that really soft gold would just like suit this so well. But this is really cute, little like fairy core vibe. Okay, this next one, it's a newer dress on the site, so there weren't as many reviews, but I wanted to take a chance on it. It's giving drama, the full sequin is giving Jessica Rabbit, vampy movie star. Another really strappy back. I don't know what happened. It just so happened that all of the fronts of the dresses that I liked when you turn them around, a lot of them had strappy backs. But I'm glad that my boyfriend is working from home today so I can have some assistance if required. Given the extraness of all these sparkles, it is $145 US. And full sequins, I feel like it could go really either way as well. Like I hope it's gonna look show-stopping and gorgeous in person, but we will have to see. Okay, I don't think I realized when I was picking it out on the website, but this one has like a little bit of a train. I'll show you the video there so you can see, but yeah, it has a train, which I feel like definitely adds to the drama, definitely makes it look gorgeous. But again, a little bit uncoordinated. Like just in filming a couple of shots, like pacing back and forth, I have maybe tripped a little bit. I would put that down to user error because it is a dress with a train. I will say the sequin glittery vibe is just like so stunning. In person and on camera, it's giving glamour. Again, something that I couldn't really tell online, like I was sort of wondering how the sequin density was and what the fabric underneath would be. The fabric underneath is like a stretch velvet. So even though it's not like 100% covered in sequins, even though like obviously it's like covered in sequins, but any of the gaps in between does have that kind of soft like velvety luster. So I feel like it all blends together really well, as opposed to sometimes when they put sequins on top of like, I don't know, like a more matte or like different kind of textured fabric, you know what I mean? And it looks like sequins stuck on something. This kind of looks like it's like a sequined fabric. Maybe it is a sequined fabric. But yeah, it's very like seamless. It just looks all blended together in like a shiny kind of vibe. Also, it just occurred to me, okay, maybe like semi-niche reference and maybe not correct, but I was like thinking of the color and I was like, obviously like Heart of the Ocean, that necklace. But I was also kind of thinking like, and maybe I just need to like put my hair up for it. Okay, I just like quickly put it up. I kind of put my hair up for it, but like the dress that like Anastasia wears when she goes to meet her grandma at the opera. Like obviously it's not the same, it's a little bit different, but like this kind of like midnight navy glittery kind of vibe, you know, and she's like singing Once Upon a December and they're like having memories and they're being together again. It's like, maybe? Now in terms of support, as I have been mentioning it throughout the video, this one again, we've got the cups and the molding, so it does have like something kind of bra-like for it to sit in, for you to sit in, for them to sit in. However, for the way that this one laces up, it doesn't feel as like tight or secure as the other ones because it's basically like this little gauzy type of ribbon. And I just wish it was something like a little bit thicker and stronger because I feel like I've laced it up and now that it's been a few minutes since I've had it on, I kind of need to tighten it because I just feel like it doesn't really have the kind of like hold. Do you know what I mean? When you like tie it and tighten it. And the ribbons are quite thin, so I think you could swap it out for another tie. And like, it's just a me thing. I think most people would actually be fine with it. But I think something just a little bit sturdy would help to kind of make it feel a bit more secure because the rest of the dress feels so glamorous and I just feel like this detail is like not my favorite. But other than that, I feel like so many people would look really, really stunning in this dress. Like it's such a showstopper. I feel like with this color, and so many people say to me that they thought I was like a winter in terms of color analysis. And I'm not saying this color isn't like a color that works for me because it is really like gorgeous and cool toned, and like I do love a little jewel tone moment, but I do feel like it's wearing me a little bit, you know what I mean? It's not the dress's fault, it's outshining me. And I actually saw on the website that they make this in like a pinky purple iridescent-y one, and I was really tempted to get that one to try on, but I ended up going for this one in the end because I figured a lot of people would really like the kind of navy color. But just know now that we've tested this and we can confirm it's like stretchy, it's comfortable, it's giving the glittery glamorousness. There is another dress in like a really gorgeous pastel-y iridescent color. Okay, so not gonna lie, I don't know how this is gonna go, but I feel like I've saved the best for last. Or at least like the one I think I'm gonna be most in love with. I feel like a lot of you are gonna like this too, but it is this gorgeous ball gown with a sheer corset detail. Like it's giving princessy, but it's also giving modern. And it comes in like 20 colors, but when I saw that it came in this like beautiful, berry, juicy fuchsia color, I was like, stop. That's it, that's the one, we're gonna try that color. Especially because I feel like with the sheerness of the corset, like a really bright color will really contrast nicely. And hopefully it's gonna like pop. This one is $118 US, and I hope it lives up to my hopes and dreams because it is so pretty. Okay, here we are, it's final dress. What do we think? I worry that I maybe overhyped it, but I just loved this color. Like this vibrant, juicy pink. It's just so like joyful. It's a very me color. And I don't know if I just mean like it's a me color as in like I like pink, or it's a very me color as in like I give this color kind of energy. And I feel like compared to online, the corset kind of detail is a lot more subtle. But can I just say, this was the easiest dress to put on by far out of any of them. Look, It's literally just a zip up back. It's just a zip up back. For how like extra it looks, it's a very simple dress, but like not too simple, you know? I feel like it's a no-brainer that this requires silver accessories. I have these like chunky silver mules that I literally just thrifted, and probably like a more delicate, like strappy silver sandal would be also a good situation, but these are very comfortable. And I will say this one also has like a little leg slit kind of detail going on. So I do feel quite like mobile in this dress, which is good. It does have like a very slight train at the back. It's sort of like not really noticeable, but because of it being like ball gowny, the back is a little bit longer, a little bit more trainy. So just like keep that in mind, because I thought it was just kind of going to be like circle ball gowny, but I do think the back is just a little bit longer than the front. I feel like I'm in a perfume commercial. Like there's something about the like bright color of this and the princessiness, but it's also still quite minimal, that gives perfume commercial. Or you know what I mean? It's gonna be like Le Petit Venoiserie or something like that. You know what I mean? Is it just me? Anyway, I really like this one. Did I mention it was comfortable? Because it's comfortable. I have to say, I have been trying on dresses for several hours now. I kind of forgot how much effort it takes to like get in and out of like occasion wear. So I am fanging for a snack. I'm pretty hungry. So I guess I'm kind of simulating when you do actually go to a formal event where you're like waiting for the food. Or at least that's like me at formal events, because you're like getting ready and stuff for like hours before and you're kind of rushing around. And then by the time you get there, you're like, I'm literally starving. Where are the canapes? And then someone comes around with like a little tray and you go a bit feral. Or you go on the hunt for like the cheese and charcuterie boards. Yeah. But I feel like in this dress, if I was hungry, which I am actually hungry now in this dress, it's like a comfortable dress to be hungry in. Like we're not contending with other things like being uncomfortable or wearing something that's like too tight or like all the other stuff you can sometimes get with occasion wear. Like I'm just hungry. But I know that I will soon be able to eat. And in this dress, I feel like it's a dress you can like really eat in, because it like is kind of up here. You know what I mean? In terms of like tummy accessibility, it's pretty good. So yeah, I really, really like this one. I could just be biased because it's like one of my favorite colors, but yeah. And with that, that is all of the gorgeous dresses I have to try on for you today. Let me know which of the dresses is your favorite. Which one would you want to wear the most? And a big thank you again to jjshouse for letting me frolic around like a little pretty princess. If you'd like 10% off your order on their website, you can use my code Lucy2023. And I'll pop all of the information, details, etc. about all the dresses I tried on in this video in the description box below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.